your own subconscious is giving you up. In our latest episode of Dropped Stones, we're talking about that fight or flight mechanism in us, the fawning and all the other things that we do to protect us, to keep us safe. It's just part of our instincts. When something bad happens in our life, it comes in to protect us and use its programming, what works, what we need to do to protect us at any time. And that's why when we, like we talked about in the episode, when we start to refer back to our past and some of the things, it's a lot easier to remember some of the negative things in our past, some of the things that cause us strife and anxiety, because that's our subconscious keeping that stuff in there to protect us in the future, to use that as examples on how to react, to prevent anything bad happening again in our life, to see the signs of it. I think about dealing with narcissists in my life. I see a lot of things that kind of trigger me really quick on narcissistic behavior, and it puts up a wall and a protective measure against certain individuals because I'm seeing this behavior again. Be careful. Approach with caution, if you will, because I've learned that. And it never amazed me because people always say, if you have 100 good things that happen to you and then one bad thing happens, it's going to wipe out a lot of them good things in your life. And it's an unfortunate thing we have in us, but it's there for a purpose. It's there to protect us and keep us safe at all times, because that is a little more valuable to our subconscious in order to do its job and protect us. Problem is that a lot of people understand this and they know this and they use this, so they will build on these fears. They look in the past and see what happened, what gets these people in anxious stages, what gets these people in fearful moods, so we can work them up and get them going. It's because when you get in these moods, in this flight or fight, you start to become susceptible, and when you don't ever get a chance to leave this, you're permanently susceptible and anything can be implanted into you. And it just sets up a whole deal of things that can go wrong in one's life, because you're taking in ideas and suggestions for one, so then you can be trained to do whatever you need to be. That's kind of what the church method is. Why do you think they always constantly focused on the negative aspects of humanity and what evil was being done and how undeserving you were? It was to build up that, just the work with that fight or flight, that fear mentality of you're going to hell. You're not going to see your loved ones for eternity. There's going to be a separation. Then they start planting in the ideas that they want you to follow and do. And same thing with anything else in the government, where they're trying to scare you into believing things. And a lot of that is just they want to throw out the worst things possible. So then you're concentrating on these horrible, awful things, and then they do something what they really want to do and put that in, and it doesn't seem as bad, so you're like, yeah, that's fine. That's nowhere close to what we're fighting over here. So just be aware that these people are manipulating. They're using your own instincts, your own natural tendencies to control and manipulate you. When you start realizing this, you start taking control back over what's happening to you. You start taking control of your life. You start being the master of your own ship.